A few years ago, I knew this guy. Let's just call him Ron. He started watching the silver market. Now, Ron wasn't trying to become a millionaire overnight. He wasn't some doomsday prepper stockpiling for the end of the world. He just really liked the simple, powerful idea of owning something real, something tangible that he could hold in his hand. He started watching when silver was around $18 an ounce. At that price, he waited. He thought, let me see what happens. Then it climbed to $22. At that point, he hesitated. He felt a little flicker of regret, but still he held back. And then, when it hit $30 an ounce, he just threw his hands up and told himself, well, it's too late now. I missed the boat. Fast forward, and now it's 2026. And guess what? Ron is asking the exact same question that thousands, maybe even millions of people are typing into their search engines right this very second. Is it too late to buy silver? You see, the interesting thing about Ron's story is that he was never actually afraid of silver itself. He wasn't scared of the asset. What he was truly afraid of was being wrong. He was terrified of buying at the very peak, right before a crash. He was afraid of looking foolish to his friends, to his family, to himself. So every single time the price of silver moved higher, Ron actually felt less comfortable buying it, not more. It felt riskier to him. And every time the price pulled back a little, giving him what looked like a perfect entry point, he'd tell himself, maybe next time. I'll wait for an even better dip. This is the classic trap. It's exactly how most people miss out on major market moves, whether it's in stocks, crypto, or precious metals. It's not because their analysis is wrong. It's because they're constantly waiting to feel right, waiting for that perfect, risk-free, comfortable moment that, let's be honest, never actually arrives. There's a very specific reason why that question, is it too late, gets so much louder right after prices have already made a big move up. It's not just about the price chart. It's deeply tied to bigger shifts happening in the world. Changes in technology, the massive demand for energy, and a growing, nagging uncertainty about the future of money itself. Think about it. The more attention an asset gets, the more pressure it creates. It's all over the news, it's all over social media. And all that pressure makes people feel like every decision is incredibly urgent. Like they have to act now or the opportunity will be gone forever. Or even worse, it makes them feel like the opportunity has already passed them by completely. But then, Ron had a breakthrough. He realized he was playing the wrong game. He stopped trying to be a fortune teller, stopped trying to predict the exact price of silver tomorrow or next week. Instead, he started asking himself better, smarter questions. The first question was, why am I even thinking about buying silver in the first place? He shifted his focus away from how high will it go and started thinking, what role does this asset actually play in my life? What is its purpose for me personally? The second question was, how much exposure actually makes sense for me in my situation? This was a huge realization for Ron. He understood he wasn't trying to bet the farm. He wasn't planning on liquidating his 401k and going all in on silver. He just didn't want to have zero exposure. He wanted a small piece of that real, tangible asset he was drawn to years ago. And the final, most powerful question he asked himself was this, which regret would bother me more in the long run. Would he regret owning some silver and having to watch its price fluctuate up and down? Or would he regret owning absolutely none if the confidence in paper assets like dollars and bonds continues to fade? When he framed it that way, the answer became crystal clear. Ron didn't go all in. He didn't mortgage his house, but he didn't wait forever either. He finally took action. He started small. He bought a little bit, calmly and consistently, without emotion. A few ounces here, a few ounces there. He didn't do this because he suddenly knew the future or had some secret insight into where the market was headed. He did it because he finally understood his own reason for buying. He wasn't chasing a price. He was fulfilling a purpose. So let's go back to the big question. Is it too late to buy silver in 2026? That's a question I've been seeing a lot lately. On the surface, it sounds like it's all about the price, right? Like you're worried you missed the boat, that the price has run up too high, and you're about to buy at the absolute peak. But let's be honest, most of the time that question isn't really about the number on the screen. It's about something deeper. It's about uncertainty. It's about that nagging feeling of hesitation, that fear of making a wrong move at the wrong time. We've all been there. You see an asset moving and you hear the chatter and you're paralyzed by the thought of getting it wrong. But here's the thing. The truth is, the current spot price of silver matters far less than the real reason you're even thinking about it in the first place. Why are you watching this video right now? What brought you here? Think about it. Some people buy silver because they're looking for protection. They see economic clouds on the horizon, inflation, currency devaluation, geopolitical instability, and they want a tangible asset, something that's been a store of value for thousands of years, to shield their wealth. They're not trying to time the market for a quick profit. They're building a financial lifeboat. For them, the exact price they pay today is less important than the security they feel holding something real. Then you have others who buy silver for diversification. Their portfolio might be heavily weighted in stocks, bonds, or real estate, and they realize that's a lot of eggs in one basket. Silver and precious metals in general often move independently of these other markets. When stocks go down, sometimes silver goes up. It's a way to balance things out, to smooth out the ride. They're not trying to get rich off silver. They're trying to make their overall portfolio more resilient, more robust. They're playing the long game, and perfect timing isn't the primary objective. The goal is balance. And then there's a third group. These are the people who simply don't want zero exposure to something real, something tangible. They look at a world of digital currencies, complex financial derivatives, and endless money printing, and they just want to own something they can hold in their hand, something that isn't a liability on someone else's balance sheet. For them, it's a matter of principle. It's a small hedge against the unknown, a vote of confidence in physical assets over paper promises. It's about owning a piece of reality in an increasingly digital world. Now, look at those three reasons: protection, diversification, and owning something real. Do any of them truly require you to nail the absolute bottom of the market? Do they demand perfect timing? No, they require clarity. They require you to understand your own why. Why are you considering this asset? What role do you want it to play in your financial life? The price will always fluctuate. It will go up. It will go down. Trying to predict its next move is a surefire way to drive yourself crazy. But your reason for buying, that can be your anchor in a volatile sea. So here's what I'm genuinely curious about, and I want you to really think about this. Forget the price for a moment. What would need to happen for you to feel comfortable and confident starting to buy silver? Is it a change in the economy, a particular government policy, a personal financial milestone? And for those of you who are already buying, what would make you stop? What signal would tell you, okay, I have enough, or the reasons I was buying no longer apply? I'm not looking for a specific price target or a news headline. I want to know your personal reasoning, your strategic thinking. What's the condition, the event, the personal realization that would be your trigger to start or to stop? Your answer to that question is infinitely more valuable than any price prediction I or anyone else could ever give you. It's about building your own strategy, your own framework, based on your own goals and your own risk tolerance. And when you have that clarity, the question of whether it's too late starts to fade away, because you're no longer just chasing a price. You're executing a plan. Let me know your personal take in the comments below. And consider subscribing and hitting that like button if you found value in this video. I'm really interested to read through your thought processes. Thanks for watching the Silver Thesis channel, and I'll see you in the next video.